Yeah, it's not the best lighting, and I got a dog drinking water as usual, Le Chiffre. Anyway, hi everyone, Sophia here from My Great Challenge. This is day two in week one of the FlyLady February cleaning series. We are in zone one, so for day two, I still have a little bit to do in the entryway, and then I'm going to move on to the dining room. Let's get started. So you guys all remember what I did yesterday, right? I did the floor and the area that's right there. Excuse me, I have a cat who wants to go out. Hold on. All right, there you go. Okay, so I don't really need to dust anything on the top and remove any cobweb because I did that last month and I'm looking, there's nothing else. I don't need to do the frames, none of those things. However, I do like to wash the wall once a month because sticky fingers and kids, right? So I have my FlyLady rag and it's got just like soapy water, and I'm just gonna go over, and again, we're working only 15 minutes, right? But it's not gonna take me 15 minutes. So whenever I see a stain, I just go over it basically. And I like to do this too because that's how one gets sick with all the germs and stuff, right? So I'm just gonna do the wall. It's gonna take not too long. Make sure I do this. Okay, and then I'll move on to the dining room. Now, dining room, technically this is supposed to be Saturday's video. I'm posting them for the day of, right? So if you're watching this in the morning, this is what you're going to do today. Okay, not tomorrow, what you were supposed to do yesterday. This is supposed to be February 2nd for Saturday. So because it's a long day, I'm gonna stretch a little bit because the month of February for the FlyLady this year, we only 3 days in the zone, and I wanna make sure that I get productive in that particular zone, because the dining room we really use a lot, so it needs a lot of cleaning all the time and every month. So if I only spend 15 minutes in it, I'm not gonna do a lot. So I'm probably gonna spend a little bit more time on that. Okay, so let me finish this and then we'll move to the dining room. This is an area that I've neglected for a couple of months, is the little corners underneath the pantry. So I'm gonna do that because there's always some cobwebs and stuff. So let me do this. This doesn't count as mopping, but I want to make sure I get the little corners here, and that's it. I am done. We're gonna move to the dining room. So here's the dining room, and remember today and for the entire month of February we're supposed to spend 15 minutes decluttering. I don't know if there's anything here that needs to be decluttered. So, well, actually that's not true. There's a few things. Okay, so the windows were done last month, so I'm not going to do them again because I don't see any spot, and quite frankly it's super cold outside. I have no intention to going outside. It's 6 o'clock almost, no, 5 something. Too cold. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the mirrors now that I have the good wipes to do that, and the spray. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to dust everything here. I need to declutter this and figure out what I'm going to do with it, because this basically stuff that was in the courier. When I moved things around, I put it here because I didn't know what to do with it. But obviously that's just not working out. This thing here, I need to put it somewhere else because I don't have any candle for it right now. Obviously the fruits, I'm going to bring them back to the kitchen because one, I need the bowl, and two, I really don't like to have them here. So this needs to get dusted. I don't think the curio cabinet needs to be dusted because I kind of cleaned them last month, if you remember. No, I don't need to do it, so I'm good here. And then the clock I'm gonna dust. There's one thing here I need to talk about. And over here, this is all done, but the mirror still has some streaks. I don't know if you can see them because I didn't have the right rags for a long time. So I'm gonna do the mirror today, and I'll probably do this one here. I'm gonna do this one here. I'm going to clean the chairs. It's gonna take a little bit more than 15 minutes. And then I'm going to go over the top here, see if I have any cobwebs. You'll notice that I don't need to do the fan because I did it last month, and that's about it. And if you're wondering what this is, this is not a new acquisition. This is something that belonged to my grandmother, and I had it for quite some time. I didn't know what to do with it, and then I decided I need to start using the stuff that I have, so I put it here and I like it. And you know, that's what I was really trying to say yesterday in the first video. You know, this is your home, and there's things that you're going to love and things that you're kind of like meh about, so get rid of those. That's where you declutter. But the things that you love and you enjoy that are representing you and your family, by all means keep. Don't worry about what other people have to say. Like for instance, I'm trying to collect Corningware Spice of Life pattern, the vintage one, not the reissue from the 80s. So if you are on my Facebook page, you probably saw a picture of the new piece that I got. And a lot of people are probably going like, oh, here we go with another collection. I don't care. You know, this is what makes me happy. We'll use them all the time. So you just, you know, like I said yesterday, this is your home, and you surround yourself with the things that make you happy, not what other people want you to have. So if your house is chaotic right now and that doesn't make you happy, well, by all means, this is what you want to do this month, is really spend the time to addressing the clutter, the things that you don't want. And that's the reason why the FlyLady starts with at least one full month of declutter and nothing else, just decluttering, so that by the time you get into the routine and doing the zone, you're only cleaning and moving around the things that you love and want to keep. Does it make sense? I think it does, right? So right now I'm moving things around. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put those things. I have 3 items here. 2 of them I love and 1 I'm not crazy about. So guess what? It can go. So this is a tureen that I found on Craigslist, I think, for 12 bucks. And I love it. I don't use it very often, to be honest. I think I've served soup in it maybe twice since I've had this, and I've had it for a good maybe 8 or 7 years. But I used to use it for a centerpiece. I used to put plants in it, you remember? And I haven't done that in a while, and that's okay, but I really like the look of it, and I think it looks fantastic on this buffet, so I'm keeping that. Okay, and then this piece right here, you probably remember it. This is a Dutch, oh, the name escapes me, Delft plate, or platter rather, that I also found, but this one I found dumpster diving, no shame. And I absolutely love it, so I'm keeping it, but I have to find a place for it. I think it's gonna end up on the wall. Now, the third thing, and it's pretty dusty and nasty, is this tray that used to have the decanter for Scott's bourbon and the bourbon glasses, the tumblers. But you know what? All this stuff is in one of the oak cabinet in the entertainment center. So I really don't need this, and I don't like it anyway. So that can go. See, I'm decluttering one piece. All right, so this is gonna have to find its way back in the kitchen because I don't like to have it here. And then this, I have to find a place for it. I'm probably gonna put it back into the buffet because right now I don't have a candle to put in it, but eventually I will, and I'll be looking for it. I'm really sorry, it's kind of yellow in here. because it's getting late. So I have a dried rag from the FlyLady, and I gotta tell you, they are awesome to do mirrors, and I'm glad I'm gonna finally be able to do this mirror because there's some streaks on it that I just can't get rid of. Okay, and yes, the top moves because it's an antique and it needs specific screws. I haven't figured out, but that's okay. Okay, so finally gonna get this done. Yes, I don't see any streaks, do I? No, these are great. Okay, so I'm going to dust. And Gail sent me this. Look at this little hint of purple. This is a true FlyLady duster. If you are on the market for a quality duster, not the type that you find in the supermarket, this is really, really good. And it's got a very long handle. I wish it had some kind of, you know, sleeve, but I could probably sew that. But anyway, I'm going to dust everything, and in particular in this area. Now again, you're supposed to put your timer on for 15 minutes, but because this is technically the Saturday video, when I have a longer period of time to do a particular zone or work in a zone, I don't put the timer on because I know it's going to take me more than 15 minutes, plus I'm chattering and stuff. So when we get to the kitchen, I'll definitely put the timer on. Did I ever mention that I love lemon oil? I love it. It's time to oil this piece. I haven't done it in a while. I'm taking my time because I love it, and all I'm going to do is put some nice oil on it. It makes it shine and it nourishes the wood. Doesn't it look much better? I love it. I love lemon oil. It gets absorbed. I don't find that the dust gets stuck to it. It smells wonderful. It leaves a beautiful shine on furniture. So if you have good pieces of furniture, by all means, get this Wyman lemon oil. It's wonderful. And a little goes a long way. And I may do a little bit too much at times. I realize that. But I've had this bottle for how long now? Probably 2 years, y'all. And I'm still using it. Okay, I haven't repurchased one. Okay, so I'm going to move this stuff. My beautiful swan from Scott's grandmother. Sorry about the clock. Now these two, they used to be in the other curio cabinet, but I put them there because the uranium glass, you know, it's growing. So I have room and I can leave them there, that's fine. Okay, so all of this I'm going to dust. This, I'm not going to spend time shining it today because I don't have time. But next month, since I won't have to really dust and shine the furniture, I'll have time to do that. So you see, when you do the FlyLady, again, when you can't do something this month, Zone 1 comes back next month, so you get to it next month. And next month, expect to see this all shined. And what else do I have here? I have the little coasters that I've made, and believe it or not, we're actually using them. So that's cool. I'm just gonna use my duster here. Dust this whole area. I'm pretty sure I still have some glitter from Christmas on this. Okay, I'm gonna go in the corner all the way up there. I don't know if you can see it, but I do have a cobweb in there. And this is great because it's a long handle and my ceiling are a little bit like a tiny 2/8 short of 9 feet. So that shows you how tall you can get with this. This is great, really great. So I'm gonna dust all this. So yesterday I told you that when you do the home blessing hour, which is an hour once a week, and you do the once over of the house, you do a quick dusting, right? But guess what? I'm doing the dusting now because I'm in the zone. So basically when I do my home blessing hour, I can skip the dusting in this room, right? So you see how the home blessing hour gets actually shorter? You're probably thinking when you do the home blessing hour, you have to dust the entire house. No, you don't. Every week you have one entire zone that doesn't need to be dusted. So instead of 5, you only do 4. That's why it gets a little bit faster. So now what I'm gonna do is finally get this mirror streak free because this is driving me crazy. And then I'm going to condition my buffet. Now this one I use something different. I don't use the oil on it because this is chalk paint and it has a kind of not a wax but a glaze on it, and it won't absorb. Okay, the other one will absorb. So let me do that, and then I'll wash the chairs and I will be done for zone 1. back. So I've done the cabinet, and you saw that I've kind of, you know, spruced it up a little bit. And I have to tell you, I just love it. See, that's the point. The point is that you just you enjoy certain things and you put them on display and they make you happy, and that's how you live your life. It's not about what other people think of what you should have on your cabinet or not have. This makes me very happy. I think it looks good. That plant I've had for a long time. This was a plant that my mother-in-law, I'm cleaning the chairs by the way, a plant that my mother-in-law gave me or sent over when I had appendicitis, and it's still alive because I take care of it. Okay, so I'm gonna do the chairs, you know, and then the bottom of the chairs, and in particular this part here. I don't know if you can see it because these are called saddle chairs. So there's this part here that's always getting dirty and it's hard to reach. So I'm gonna do that, and I have just another one of those FlyLady Rags with Murphy's oil and water on it, and I will be done with this room. Next month, when I'm back in this zone, I will do all the wood trim, I will do the fan, I will do the window sills, and I'll do the window again, and I may actually get rid of the cafe curtains and go back to putting shears because it's just too dark, and we get a lot of sunshine here on specific hours of the day, but most of the time I just don't like having the view blocked. I don't know what I was thinking with that. So, and then I have to change the what you call them, the pool blinds. I want to get some the ones that get really, really slim. Okay, so I'm going to do the chairs and then I'll be done. I'm done for day 2. So to recap, in zone 1, day 2, I tackled the walls and the entryway. Took about 4 minutes, but I did spend a little bit extra time in the dining room only because technically day 2 falls on Saturday and we have a little bit more time, right? So if I was only doing 15 minutes, if it was a Tuesday for instance, I would just do the woodwork, that's it. And the following month I would do something else, right? So now I have all of the furniture that is done. Everything has been dusted. When we get to zone 1 in the month of March, I can do the rest of the stuff. And then the next month after that in April, I may do the baseboards. I may do really, really good scrub of the floor. Because you know, you mop and then you use the steam mop, but it's really not all that deep clean. So in April I may decide to really get on my knees and get a brush and really do the floor, and that would be it. And then the whole dining room is really done. It's beautiful right now. It smells wonderful with the Murphy's oil. I didn't sweat. I didn't break a sweat. I just went at my own pace because I have time. It's Saturday, well, for you guys, because I had time to do that. 15 minutes, I probably could have done this whole area here and leave it at that. But remember, the mission for the month of February, if you are following the FlyLady, is to spend 15-minute decluttering. So we're spending 15 minutes decluttering every day in the zone, and then we're doing 15 minutes of FlyLady cleaning. So I don't have anything to declutter really here outside of that platter, that silver platter that's going to donate. So I basically use my 15 minutes of decluttering towards the cleaning. It's 6 o'clock. I spent less than an hour to do the walls in there and this area here, and I'm filming, stopping here and there to move the camera, so really it took 45 minutes at best to do what I just did. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're getting the message not to sweat your house. Don't worry about it if you live in chaos right now. You're gonna get there. Look, you remember what this place used to look like? Back in the days, it was an absolute disaster. I was moving things from one area to the other. I didn't know what to do with my stuff. I really didn't, because I had so much of it. A lot of it was impulse purchases. A lot of it was things that I found at various thrift shop or dumpster diving, or were given to me, or were passed me down. I just had too much of it. So now I just want the stuff that makes me happy. I'm not even going to call it stuff. I'm going to call it objects and decorative items that make me happy and makes us happy. Because guess what? Scott likes the dining room too, and the kids love it. We all love the swan. The swan for us is grandma, and she's with us every night for dinner. And this is the kind of ideas I'm trying to convey here. That I get it, the swan may not be for everybody, that a lot of people look at it and say, can you please ditch the swan already? But this swan is so important to us, what it means, what it represents, and guess what? We like it. We like the way it looks too. So do your house the way you want to do your house. Don't worry about anything else. If there is some knickknacks or particular items that people find horrendous, ridiculous, why are you having this? Don't worry about it. It's your house, okay? It's those items, those objects that you love, that you care about, that you want to pass down, that you cherish, that you want to have surrounding you, that matters. So keep them, all right? Keep the stuff. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this video or find it motivating and encouraging for you to get your house in order, and give the FlyLady a try. Please, I'm telling you, it was not like this the first month I did it. It was really stressful. It's so easy to do now because I'm consistently doing it, and the house takes no time whatsoever to put it back into order or clean it. So I can have anybody come over at any time. It's always looking nice and it's always clean. There's never any dust bunnies. It's really, really working for me. I hope it works for you too. Again, this is an open invitation for everybody who's on YouTube and has a channel. If you want to document your FlyLady journey or your cleaning journey through the month of February, the playlist is down below. It's a public playlist. You can just add your video to it. You have to save the playlist to your YouTube channel, and then you can add your videos to it. I'm looking forward to seeing your videos. Angela, I think you want to join in again this time around. I welcome you. Check her out if she did post a video, and I will see you tomorrow for day 3. Is this 3? Yes, sometimes I get confused. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 3, and day 3 we are going, it's still zone 1. I'm doing the front porch. It's gonna be cold, and the coat closet, and that's it. And after that, we're moving on to zone 2. Bye. Thank you for watching.